that'll be later today. But first and foremost, I just want to express my gratitude and say thank you to everybody that's tapped into the tape. Um, it's funny because I when I uploaded it almost like a week or 2 weeks ago, so I intentionally not listened to it. I mean, I probably listened to it in pieces, but from front to back, I intentionally not listened to it until it's released because I just wanted to hear it play out, especially through like my audio platform that I listen to, which is YouTube Music. Um, and I'm just like, damn, bro, I can't believe I made it. Like I actually like I got to get off my idea, and it might not have been exactly how I probably originally envisioned it, but it came out exactly the way it was supposed to be. So I'm just in an abundance of gratefulness that just like, you know what I'm saying, even like just thinking about how I had to think, like I was sharing with y'all before, like trying to get like the skits and everything and all that organized, bro. It was just like kind of stressful. Like, bro, can I get this done? Like, is this a real thing? And the one that I thought was like the hardest was the easiest to get, and then like, man, it just it all lined up perfectly. And I just want to say like a special thanks to my friends that contributed to putting everything into the tape and all that, because like this wouldn't exist if it, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't for them. You know what I mean? And I just want to say thank y'all to y'all, Cam, Nick, Fat, Carl, Jazz, Tiff. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone that's tapped into the fucking music, bro. Like, cause I'm obviously doing different things now as well, going on live more, talking to y'all. Uh, I'm also doing video game stuff, which shit about 30 minutes. Bro, I'm about to play my favorite video game. Like up to this point, I don't think there's a video game I enjoyed more than Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's the the GNX of video games, because I don't. You know, it's funny because I don't want to talk about this, but I do want to talk about this in the sense of like, because like I just dropped my tape and I love my tape. I think my tape is perfect, right? And there's so much good music that's come out in 2026, right? Um, I haven't listened to goddamn Iceman. I seen some of the episode 4, which I think the visuals was crazy. I'm like, all right, Drake's production is ridiculous, but the music I haven't necessarily like tapped into yet. And there's a piece of me that's like the biased motherfucker in me just like, nah, fuck that, I ain't gonna listen to that motherfucker. But I also don't want to limit myself to my ego. Right. So I'm like, all right, I'm eventually I'm gonna tap in or whatever. But I'm so excited about my tape though that like it don't even what's happening, bro? It was on my dog. My bad. Hold on a second, y'all. My bad. I had to holler at the dogs real quick. But yeah, I couldn't have created this without the homies. Again, I'm thankful for all the people supporting. Bro, I'm 36 now, bro. I'm no longer big bro. I done turned into and I'm sad. I'm sad at the motherfucker, but it's cool, bro, because I'm finna go from transitioning from big bro to unk status, bro. I know I'm like, all right, I anticipate about 3 months I'm about to have midlife crisis. I was just playing. And yes, I'm drinking a Medea. It's not like a normal thing, bro. It's my birthday. I'm about to vibe for a little bit. I don't know what I'm actually end up doing today, but I'm just excited, and I just hope you guys get to really appreciate the body of work, bro. Cause I made something. I actually made something that I feel like I can share to anybody, a kid, whatever, like even regardless of the way that I approach certain subject matters. To me, this is the equivalence of y'all seen Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Obviously, it's still an R-rated film, but the way they fucking made the film and like because I feel like a good R-rated film or a good mature film, the the message or the theme of the art piece can transcend the way that it's being shown, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of fight scenes and goddamn all this cool shit, but within all that, it's a message. Shit, I feel like even the albums like that, they can you can be an album that's hitting the whole time. Perfect example is like GNX, or a perfect example of that, like in a song, is Rich Spirit. I remember when I first heard Rich Spirit, I loved like I heard Mr. Moran, I remember loving it, and I'm like, I understand people talking about whatever, you know, but I understood that like, oh, this is something. This is an album that you really got to digest, right? Um, you know, I hope to be a rapper like this. Like, you know how when Kendrick dropped, motherfuckers is all into like the lyrics and fucking. All right, well, this means this, and he put this here because of this and this, that, and the third. It's funny because when I make a tape, I approach it that way, but I don't know if motherfuckers is that invested to like goddamn be picking apart the themes and shit. Like not yet. Like probably later. And then it'll probably go back to something like what I just released. And be like, oh shit, this is what he was talking about. Oh, this is why he keep referencing Sam Bridges. He was working at the post office. Oh, what Neil Bono? Oh, because Hideo Kojima made Death Stranding, but he also made Metal Gear Solid. And it's like a whatever. I ain't mean to go into all the fucking all that. But who the fuck is this? Alright, my bad. Um I mean to go into all that, but yeah, man. So I'm just excited. Definitely, the podcast will be later today, which will be episode 6, technically 7, but episode 6. No stress, and it's dope because like in the because now that I get to kind of like explain every time, like I'm actually treating this like goddamn James Gunn did with Peacemaker. Like every after every episode, there's a fucking thing. So I kind of already up until this point in the podcast, I kind of told like from my beginning, kind of up until this point. So now I get to like articulate and share my ideas on things that might be a little more current, but still connected to the narrative of the tape. Because now, even where we're at Act Two, the rapper, right? And even in the sense of the tape, like it's you listen to the first 4 songs. You have the dream sequences, which is the life that I want to live. You have the worker, which is my reality, what I have to do to survive. You got the results of working, which is payday and just like the sensation of I got paid and I get to buy this and I get to do this and that third. And then when cash advance hit, it's like the reality that like everything sets in like this is not enough, bro. um, so when you go into the sequence of the rapper, it's kind of like Peter Parker going into Spider Man. So like, uh, with Lockhart, at that point of the tape, I'm going to my escape, right? Which in turn is the, you know, like as a man, your woman is the person that breathes life back into you. I'm from Miami, bro, but I live in Puerto Rico. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, but I was born and raised in Miami, Dade County, down south to be specific. But I live in Puerto Rico now. Um, so yeah, like so in the narrative of the tape, like track 5, like Lockhart, my woman is breathing life back into me. You get what I'm saying? So when you go to No Stress, it's me with the from the perspective of like, what man, the fuck you talking about? Like I'm him. What do you mean? Like like almost like recognizing my worth and my value. Um, but in the connective tissue of the story, it's as a result of uh, the woman in my life breathing life back into me. So I think it's kind of fire, bro. and so I can't wait to go into more detail and stuff once I do like the pod later. Um, and it's interesting too because like the last episode's Lockhart, about 30 minutes. I'm about to play my favorite game all the time. I don't even know if it's gonna be fucking cool to fucking stream, but I don't give a fuck. It's my birthday, so if y'all want to know me and what the shit that I'm on, this is the type of shit that I be doing. I mean, I haven't really played this shit in a minute because I'm really, like I told y'all before, when I'm locked in on the tape, that's just consumes every fucking thought. So now that it's done and it's out to the universe, uh, I want to revisit things that I genuinely love that might not be tied into like my passion, but that connects directly into it. Meaning, just like I was, the video games, for instance, I love fucking video games, bro. I'm not gonna sit and act like I don't. Yes, I do, but I also know that like even from a writing perspective and creativity and all that shit, that affects the way that I approach certain things. Perfect example, WVR the Stoke, man. Like, just to be real, 100%, this is the album I've been trying to make this whole fucking time, right? So, if you listen to Free Jewels, WVR the Stoke band is exactly what Free Jewels is supposed to be. However, like, obviously, 2018, 2019, bro, I was not rapping like I'm rapping right now because I wasn't even going crazy like I'm going crazy now. But that's neither here nor there. I'm saying that to say that that idea of, okay, I'm gonna tell the same story again, but I'm gonna tell it different. But I'm gonna keep certain narratives, and but just like a sequel to a movie. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at Star Wars and you look at The Empire Strikes Back, they're two completely different movies. However, structurally, you're gonna see certain parallels, and it building off the idea of the previous idea, right? So, um, that's how I kind of look at my albums, like in the Amaury Love canon universe. Fucking this album, WVR the Stoic Man, is a direct sequel to Revenge of the Nerd. Because Revenge of the Nerd is the first album that I actually produced myself and like fully thought everything through. Um, from from the smallest goddamn molecule atom to the biggest idea. And obviously, my previous project before this was 7 Days of Manifestation Theory, which I love. I feel like that's one of my classics, bro. But a big portion of that comes because the Kendrick beat popped off and all this inspiration was floating in the goddamn air. It can't just it couldn't have just been me. I know everyone was affected. Like, oh shit, this is crazy shit going on. What? Got back outside, bro. Like Goku popped up, dude. The goddamn spirit bomb, like, um. And thank God for like the homie Leon Lucy who we ended up like tapping in at the time and being able to just create something, you know what I'm saying? Because like even now, like because I'm so analytical in myself and I try to create the best thing, especially when I'm doing everything by myself. It was very refreshing, like working with somebody and being like, oh my, like just believing in, like, damn, your production is fire. Nah, what I could just rap. I ain't gotta worry about all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might record and mix my shit or whatever, but that's, I don't gotta worry about every single thing. Cause that's how I initially wanted it. I'm not gonna hold you. Feel like initially feels like me. I just want to focus on rapping, bro. I want to be the best rapper I could possibly be. Now, is that the best thing? Probably not. Why? Because yeah, you gotta. First of all, just because you rap very good don't mean you know how to make a goddamn song. And just because you know how to make a song don't mean you know how to make a goddamn hit. And just because you know how to make a hit don't mean you know how to make something that's like timeless and lasts forever. So there's these things that I'm thinking about that I want to be able to eventually get to the point, but I know I gotta put in the work. And it's funny because even I initially approached this tape like, bro, if I ain't gonna make music no more, bro, I need something that I feel like I would love forever, and like, you know what I'm saying, like, even when I have kids and so on and so forth, they could listen to me like, damn, this what dad was on, this what grandpa was on, this what great grandpa was on. um, so, but now that I got to this point, I'm like, damn, I actually got some ideas. Like, oh, this would be dope. Like, ooh, like, just I was saying before too. I got this ill idea. I'm not saying it out loud 'cause I don't even know who the fuck really tapped in. Like, who care? It don't even matter. It was like this information is or inspiration is downloaded through me and it's supposed to be projected out. So whatever. Anyways, I don't mean to go into that train of thought. But you I just got this ill idea for how I'm gonna start off the next tape, and it's based off how this tape ends, right? Because it's almost vague too. I don't even explain what actually happens. It's really left into interpretation. Then again, the car accident, did it fuck up the car? Did I didn't fuck up the car? Like, what's going? You know what I'm saying? And I go into the gratitude, but I get to play off the story and go into the next story. But you know what I mean? But this is why it's important for me to kind of like not take a step back because I'm gonna be actually now that this is finished, I'm gonna be approaching creating a little different because I actually want to focus on my production. Um, because I know I'm nice for me. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm nice when it comes to creating the idea I want to make for myself. Because once I start creating, I just lean into what I love. If that makes sense. That way, it keeps me in alignment with whatever I'm trying to do. Like, especially with a tape, I feel like it's even though I'm boxing myself in, it's a lot easier because once I understand, all right, cool, this is gonna be the structure, this is gonna be the ideas that I'm getting off, all right, so on and so forth. Bet now I have something to like, I created like my own blueprint and guidelines so I could kind of follow. So then when I'm approaching making the songs from a narrative perspective, I have something that I'm reaching for. So when that's already set in place, I just lean into what I love, like either sonically or what I'm saying or whatever the case may be. At least that's the way um, I approach my creative process. But now that that's done, and now I'm a little more free, or now I'm free to just create. I feel like now I kind of want to lean into more into my production because I feel like I have to master that. Like I love my tape, but and I think it sounds phenomenal. But at the same time, I also understand that um, just like from a rapping perspective, this motherfuckers really sitting there like hitting the kick with the goddamn. They might not even have a damn keyboard. They might be doing that shit on their laptop, like. And not to, I'm doing that as well, but um, I don't think it's at as great as I can get to, and I just want to strive to be better. Like I don't want to be stagnant. Like when I hop on a mic and I jump on a beat, yeah, I'm gonna approach that motherfucker like I'm the best. Like you know what I'm saying, and yeah, I actually feel that way as well. However, right when I'm not on the beat and I'm not in that rap mode, I also understand that there's an abundance of people and my goats that are doing phenomenal things. And I can't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest. I can feel that way, but I can't be realistically, right? Because then what's going to happen is I'm going to stagnate myself of thinking. If I think, oh, what the fuck, bro? Like, this shit I haven't done yet. How I'm going to say I'm the greatest I'm the best rapper? This shit I haven't created yet. Meaning that when you think about the greatest of all time, when you think about the GOATs, when you think about the people that have really put fucking work and to solidify themselves in the rap universe, um, you can't be saying without, come on, bruh. Just like a classic album, like you gotta have a blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have uh even certain like what I really appreciated about J. Cole's album was the he did a lot of storytelling, but there was a variety in the way that he approached it. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was rapping and popping and shit, he was still with the narrative. Like I forgot what fucking song that is when he rapping about. Well, I guess what everybody thought was Buddy, but according to him, it's a combination of probably that situation, but just a whole bunch of stuff, and just to fit the narrative of the story that he's telling on his album. Um, that came from a real place, but even the way that he approached it from a writing perspective, right? Like, he just using punk bitch as a rhyme scheme, but he's still like substance in the fucking rhyme. You know what I'm saying? There's still substance in everything that he's saying. And it's a long ass goddamn verse too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit, you keeping the same rhyme, you use the same rhyming word, but now you're goddamn putting this and continuing to paint the story of what the song is, and then that fits into the whole narrative of the goddamn album. Anyways, I appreciate that from a writing perspective. So I know there's things that I still haven't been able to do yet as a rapper that I want to be able to get toward. I have to have like, thank God that my goats exist. I have a threshold. I have somewhere to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about somebody like goddamn Kendrick, like, um, and this is the thing. It's funny too, right? Because I hear the like even now, because like Drake dropped or whatever the case may be, right? I feel like the hip hop purists and like people that love and appreciate hip hop understand why like Kendrick is so important, and then the people that are like the casual fans and just like are tapped into, just because it's cool, lean more into bro. So I mean that's at least my perspective. That's what I think about. Cause I'd be like, how can you not be excited at, bro? Like, you know what I mean? And you gotta think about it. It's funny, bro. Like I remember when GNX dropped, bro. I was. All right, cool. I guess it's a story time. I couldn't put this on the pod, but fuck it. This is just for context. All right, so I was at work, right? And I was at work at the post office. So sometimes if there's not enough work at your fucking station, they'll send you to a whole nother fucking station. So my stupid ass, I ain't even really charged my phone. My shit was at like 40 something percent, right? And mind you, at this time, I'm not whipping at Miami, right? And just to give like, if you know Miami, then you know exactly what I'm saying. And if you don't, then I'm sorry. I'll just try to explain it the best way possible. So I live down south, right? Specifically, I lived on 137th and like it's like in between Eureka and 152nd, right? But on 137th, that's down south, damn near by the zoo type shit. So my job was in Doral. So that's bare minimum. If I'm hopping on the bus, that shit at least 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 2 hours to get there on bus, but it's like a 30-minute walk to the station, whatever. Right? So there'll be times that I'm on my way on the goddamn bus and the supervisor hit me up and be like, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to pull it like there's nothing for you to do here today. I'm gonna send you over to whatever. And it'll be some random station. And the bullshit about that is, right, especially at the post office, a lot of this is you have to commit a lot to fucking memory. Because if you got a route and you got fucking 500 houses and all these goddamn packages, like it's a lot of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot of mind space. So if you go to a whole nother station, they probably moved. You got to think, man. Anyways, my phone at 30%. I'm at this station. They sent me to some route that I'm going to a bunch of fucking random buildings and leaving shit at whatever, somewhere in I don't even know. It's like in between Hialeah and fucking 44th Street and like Flagler. I don't know. I'm just in this random fucking area. It's called Blue Lagoon. The station is Blue Lagoon, but I don't know if that was the area that I was delivering in. Anyways, um. You know what I'm saying? I'm abusing my phone. I got that bitch like I got my headphones in and I'm just listening to what I'm listening to. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'll figure this out. I'll buy a charger. Um, so, bro, I'm telling you, my phone's probably like at 5, 6, 7%. And mind you, at the same time, yo, what's happening? What's happening? Lionel, shout out Lionel. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, my bad. Or Lil One Lizzie. All right, my bad. I know I'm fucking it up. Thank you for tapping into the lot. Um, mind you, at the same time this was happening, my phone was fucking up. Right, I had the iPhone 12. I still got somewhere over here, and something with the phone. It wasn't connecting to the actual like it could connect to the Wi-Fi, but it wouldn't connect directly to the service. Um, and so it was going in and out of service. So I'm dealing with this and I'm at work, whatever. Bruh, when I tell you the trailer drop where it had the fucking intro for I guess the song that people call Bodies. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And my phone's at 5%. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Kendrick just dropped the fucking preview, but ain't no way in my brain I thought that goddamn the album was gonna fucking drop immediately right after the preview drop. So I'm listening to the fucking to the Bodies intro, and I'm like, what the fuck is, bro? This Kendrick is not playing. He just dropped They Not Like Us not too long. What the fuck going on? And so it mind you, bruh, like my shit at 5%. So I listened to the fucking thing like 3 times, bro. My shit going like running down on battery, and I'm in the midst of fucking doing the delivery. And goddamn, when I noticed the album drop and the fucking I see GNX and I'm like, what the fuck? And I clicked on Whacked Out Murals, bro. My phone died in the midst of Whacked Out Murals, and I'm hot because I'm like, one, they done sent me to this motherfucking station I ain't want to be in, bro. Like y'all could have said somebody else, but y'all gonna send me. I bet. You know what I mean? Two, my shit died, so like, not only am I can't listen to the tape that I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Kendrick just dropped. I don't even know where I'm at, bro. Like, what the fuck I'm doing? So I'm like, man, all right, now I gotta leave, go to a fucking random gas station, buy a fucking charger, wait for my phone to charge. Now, granted, when my phone charged, like I was telling y'all before, the service was fucking up. So, because the service fucked up, it wouldn't connect to the internet. So, the only way for me to, one, listen to the tape was to connect to some fucking Wi Fi in one of these buildings. But two, even like, figure out exactly where I'm at so I could deliver this shit. I had to, bruh. It was annoying as fuck, bruh. I had to do all the extra shit. But anyways, that's what happened the day GNX dropped for me. But basically, when I got to the crib, bruh. GNX is phenomenal. So I don't want to listen to Ice Man, but I'm going to because I don't want to be stubborn and be like, no, I'm not gonna listen to it because I'm gonna do it just, you know, it's all part of the goddamn spectrum of shit. Um, but I don't want to sit and talk about it because like even now that I'm doing a podcast, I'm still a little conflicted because there's a piece of me that is like, alright, you telling your story and you goddamn you connecting it to the tape, but when the tape is done, like you you already started this, you got to keep going. So I'm figuring out like how to, you know, continue the conversation going uh outside of the narrative of the tape and do it in a real authentic way because I just don't want to talk about shit, and I don't see myself as like a journalist or nothing like that, or like somebody that's like reporting on things because one, I don't think I trust my goddamn judgment and like my point of view. I think I'm a solid person. I stand on morals and principles. But however, simultaneously, I feel like it's not my pocket, and it's not. It's people that like live and breathe that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to express my views and what I think about certain things and kind of be in control of what I'm talking about. I just because everybody talking about this bullshit that took place, I don't want to feel like I gotta talk about this. Like I don't even care about it. I wouldn't be talking about it. Even if the homies brought it up, bro, they know I'm like certain things shit I don't even care about, bro. I don't want that in my brain. Like don't and that's the fucked up part about living in society in 2026 because we're kind of trapped to our algorithms. So, like me, I really like Instagram, right? Out of all the social media things, Instagram's probably the one I gear toward the most. But what ends up happening is it's just so much information that's just being taught. Like, if you wake up and the first thing you do is look at your phone and go on social media and scroll, bro, you done took in so much info. You ain't been up 3 minutes. Now you thinking about some bullshit when your day just started. So, in society now we're kind of like trapped to our algorithms, bro, and I'm trying to like adjust mine and make sure the shit that I'm absorbing and the things that I'm thinking about are coming from me and not because it's being fed to me by some outside medium or whatever the case may be. um so yeah, bro, so just certain shit I'm not gonna talk about, and I don't feel like it's cool, but the shit that I think is cool and dope, um or whatever. I that's what I want to be able to share and spread light on, or even things that I'm thinking about that, you know what I'm saying, like, just it has to come from a pure place. Watch, I'm finna get all the homies to hop in, like, bro, we gotta create our YouTube cinematic universe, bro. Like, ain't nobody, but I don't know if that's gonna take place. Max said she might make a YouTube. I'm like, bro, all right, bro, you capping. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Um, but I just think it'll be dope, just cause I there's certain conversations and uh, I just think this I got so much to say, and there's only so I haven't created the skill set yet to get all this shit out through music, bro. Um, I'm a hip hop baby, and I'm so stubborn too when it comes to that, because like I even when I approach making music, it has to mean something. It has to have some type of like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not, even if I'm just fucking freestyling, bro, like it has to be some type of substance to it. Even if I'm just popping my shit. So like when I approach a project, I want to be able to talk about certain things, or approach this so I can kind of give me as much as possible, but also make it creative and a way for people to digest. Um, but there's so many. I feel like there's so many layers to myself that I might not be able to express, or it's just so much I can say. When 16 ain't enough. Summer '88, or was it '89, or was it winter time? Oh, never mind. Oh my god, what y'all know about that, bro? I think that's my favorite song of all the time, low key. It might be. It's a Pimp Butterfly is my favorite album of all time. If 16 ain't enough, I don't even know the goddamn title. I just know the song. That might be my favorite song of all time. But anyways, yeah, 16 ain't enough. So, I feel like this is a dope way, especially with like, I mean, I'm live right now, but when I actually do like the next episode of the pod or whatever, just to be able to like express myself and share my thoughts and ideas about certain things. It's funny. I was talking to my uncle about it, because my aunt, he's so anti all this shit, but he was like, he think people are self centered and be on the internet. Like he described, he's like, you gotta think about it. You're looking at a phone. He's like, it's a device, but there's nothing here. There's nothing tangible. This is something that's being projected to you. He's like, it's not real. None of it is real. And for a moment, I'm like, God damn, he's saying some real shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, nah, but it's 2026, bro. Like, there's shit going on. Like, people using the internet to do better things. Um, but anyways, bro. Uh, then I lost my train of thought. Counter one. Phew. First time losing train of thought. I'm doing better though. Normally I lose my train of thought way early in the goddamn conversation. Um, but man, I'm just excited. I'm excited for what's to come. Let me see something. Is it done? All right. Yep, it's goddamn done. Perfect. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm finna hop on this game. I am gonna stream it, and we'll do the podcast later in the day. But it's my birthday, like I said. Um, Born ass birthday. I might do something later. I don't know, bro. I didn't even think this through, bro. I was just so concerned with the tape. I didn't even think about my actual date of the birthday. But I just know I got the week off, and it's about reconnecting. So it's either y'all gonna get hella shit from me within this next week, or I'm gonna be ghosting the motherfucker and just lock the fuck in. So we'll just see how all this shit line up. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If y'all wanna continue chopping it up, I'm gonna be on the game. Playing my favorite game of all time. And the podcast later today. But appreciate y'all. I'll holla at y'all later. Peace.